Peninsular Spanish, also known as European Spanish and Iberian Spanish, refers to the varieties of the Spanish language spoken in the Iberian Peninsula, as opposed to the Spanish spoken in the Americas and in the Canary Islands. The related term Castilian Spanish is often applied to formal varieties of Spanish as spoken in Spain. In phonology, the most prominent distinguishing element of Peninsular Spanish varieties, except for the southernmost ones, is the preservation of a distinction between the phonemes per second and theta, represented respectively with the letters S on one hand and Z, or C before EI on the other. This is usually called distinction in Spanish, while the merger of both phonemes is called seseo. While in the Spanish of the Americas and in parts of southern Spain, Z, C before EI, and S are typically read roughly like the English per second. In the peninsular dialects with distinction, Z and C before EI are read aloud as, that is, the initial sound of the English word think. However, many Andalusian dialects and the Spanish spoken in the Canary Islands do not use distinction as a general rule, but rather use either seseo or seseo. In morphology, the most notable distinguishing feature of Peninsular Spanish is the use of the pronoun vosotros and its corresponding verb forms for the second-person plural familiar. In virtually all other varieties of modern Spanish, for the second-person plural, the familiar and the formal are merged in ustedes, with its verb forms. Again, the use of vosotros is uncommon in the Canary Islands and only partially introduced in Western Andalusia. Variants: Andalusian Spanish, Canarian Spanish, Castilian Spanish, Castrenpo, Castluo. Linguistic features of Spanish language spoken by Catalan speakers. Merchant Spanish,